कंगना रनौत की बहन रंगोली अब कंट्रोवर्सी पे कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट किए जा रही है। एक के बाद एक स्टार को स्लैम करती जा रही है रंगोली। महेश भट्ट और आलिया भट्ट को भी किया है स्लैम इन्होंने। महेश भट्ट और रंगोली की बात करें तो जब कंगना ने आलिया को किया था स्लैम, तब उनकी मां सोनी राजदान ने आलिया की साइड लेते हुए कंगना को सुना दिया था और कहा कि महेश भट्ट ने उन्हें ब्रेक दिया था इंडस्ट्री में। ये बात सहन नहीं कर पाई रंगोली और उन्होंने महेश भट्ट को स्लैम करते हुए लिखा, Dear Soni ji, Mahesh Bhatt never gave her a break. Anurag Basu did. Mahesh Bhatt ji works as a creative in his brother's production. Please note that he doesn't own that production house. After Wo Lamhe, when Kangana refused to do a film written by him called Dhoka, where he wanted her to play a suicide bomber, he got so upset that he not only shouted at her in his office, but later when she went for Wo Lamhe preview to a theatre, he threw chappal on her. He didn't allow her to see her own film. She cried whole night. And she was just 19 years old. और अब महेश भट्ट के सपोर्ट में आए विक्रम भट्ट। उन्होंने किया रंगोली को स्लैम और साथ ही साथ कंगना के बारे में भी कहा। महेश भट्ट की साइड लेते हुए विक्रम ने कहा, भट्ट साहब कैन नॉट डू दैट, माई बॉस नेवर डिसरिस्पेक्ट्स वुमेन। विक्रम भट्ट ने इस पोस्ट को फेसबुक पर किया शेयर और लिखा, ऑन द अदर हैंड बिकॉज देयर आर टू साइड्स टू एवरी स्टोरी, माई बॉस एंड आई। On the other hand, because there are two sides to every story, that is why I write these columns for the other side of the story. And there is indeed another side to the story I write here today. An accusation hurled at Mahesh Bhatt, who I call boss, that he threw a slipper at a then struggling actor. An insinuation that he was just nasty. My first instinct was to take to Twitter and join the party of social mudslinging. But desist I did. I realized that it's easy to be on a high horse, even if it's a wooden one, and that can't be me. I was not there at the event mentioned. I know nothing about the people involved. I only know my boss. But my boss, I do know. I was 7 when I first saw him. The man who was all charm, all fire and all passion. I wanted to be a director the day I saw him. I wanted to feel the way he felt. I wanted to be able to tell stories like him. When I was 18, I became his assistant. I remember him telling me, "Are you sure you want this hell called direction?" I did, I told him. He made sure that I got the hell I craved. He made me a director and gave me my break in his company. I was the first director other than Mahesh Bhatt to have a film in his and Mukesh Bhatt's company, Vishesh Films. I have had an emotionally checkered past with my boss. There was a season of learning. There was a season of Fareeb, Gulam, Kasoor and Raz. The season of success. There was a season of Footpath and Intiha that did not do well. Then there was a season where I parted ways with him. I missed him, wished he would see my films, wanted to go and talk about the world with him, but an idiot in me did not allow. But I knew I had to make amends. I knew I had to right the wrong I had done. I went to him and told him that I would do anything to express my gratitude to him. I had to undo what had I done. He was gracious, asked me to do Ras 3. Yet this is just films and relationships go beyond films. Boss has been my mentor, my guru, my guide, and he has held my hand when everyone else has disappeared into the woodwork. I believe in me because he believes in me. His faith in me instills my faith in myself. And these are not words because they are backed by his actions. He picked up his best soundtrack and gave it to me for my first film Janam when Amir Khan and he had a fallout over Gulam. He insisted I would direct the film. He was furious with me when I had my extramarital affair. You have no idea how this will destroy you, Vikram, he hollered. In his anger, there was paternal concern and fear for the road I had taken. If there is someone I know, it is my boss. He does not own anything. Forget about not owning a part of his company. He does not even run his own bank account. For him, ownership is a burden. It worries him like a monkey on his back. He once told me, I don't like to own things I cannot give away, because when you cannot give it away, it is not yours. He needs to give everything away. That is him. He is not even a creative director. He is not a director. He is not a writer. He is not an editor. He is none of them, and he is all of them and more. On a day I was feeling blue, he said to me, You are not your profession, Vikram. That is just what you do for a living. That is not your identity. It is but a part of you. There is lots more to you. If you give people the right to give you an identity, you will give them the right to take the identity away when they wish. He is rich, not by the money he can count, but by the lives he has touched. I have seen scores of people, successful film celebrities, politicians, harassed security guards, troubled light boys, penniless spot boys, all flocking to him because they know he has an insight that will rid them of their misery. He has love at the center of his being that is all pervasive. As I write this piece, he is in Romania, scouting for the locations for Sadak 2. He had sworn never to direct again, but has taken up the mantle because there is no one else who can do Sadak 2 like he can. And he had promised Mukesh Bhatt that whenever there should be a need for him to get into the field again, he would. He has. This is not an act of personal ambition. He is too far gone for career games and perception selling. This is an act of love and generosity. I know he won't care much about this piece. I am doing this behind his back. But I do care. As I said, there are two sides of a story, and my story is about a man who has taught me what love, gratitude, and giving away is all about. If you know him as anything else but this, I would consider that your misfortune, not his. Well, अब इस पर कंगना की बहन कैसे रिएक्ट करेगी, ये देखना काफी इंटरेस्टिंग होगा।